Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to What Shall We Do Next. And today I just wanted to talk to you guys about something which is probably a very sensitive topic, but then so is everything these days. Wasn't like that back in my day. I wanted to talk about religion, specifically Christianity. I am a Christian, specifically a Catholic. I was raised Catholic, and I've never really been that religious. I wear a crucifix. I've had this necklace on since 2016 when I got it. I've pretty much worn it ever since. But I really wanted to just talk about religion because I feel like I've been kind of edging more toward being religious lately, and I don't really know why. I've always been a skeptic, pretty much about everything, including ghosts. And a lot of the time with my videos, I make videos on ghosts and demons and like the dark realms and the creatures that lurk within. I am a believer in a lot of it, but I'm also skeptical. It depends when the mood strikes me. And I guess it's the same with God. It's pretty much the same with everything. I guess I'm a very skeptical person, and I've always been skeptical of like religious things like heaven, hell, God, all of this stuff. Because there is a lot of contradictions, and there is a lot of things that just don't make sense, and there's a lot of things that are literally just false in the Bible, including like dragons. Dragons don't exist. We all know that. Was it St. George that fought the dragon? Was it Moses who separated the ocean so that the refugees could cross? Was that Moses or Judas? I don't know. It was somebody. But we all know that you can't separate the ocean. Like, it's physically impossible. Jesus walking on water, like, we know it's impossible for a human being to walk on water. We can't. It's just like, it's physically impossible. It defies the laws of physics. I guess Jesus could have been a magician of some sort. I don't really know. I mean, I guess I find it hard. Like, I'm not bashing any religious people, by the way. This is like me wanting to be religious, but needing a little more proof for it to be real to me. The same with everything else. Like, for me to believe something, I truly have to see it, or at least be convinced by something. Even with ghosts, I guess I've always been like, oh, that's a fucking ghost. Like, when I watch these videos and whatever, and I see things, and even with my own experiences, like, there's been things that have happened to me that just lack any kind of logical reasoning, and the only thing that I can come up with is probably a ghost. When in reality, it's like, was it a ghost or was it something else? It's just like, we're very quick to blame things on ghosts when we don't have a rational explanation for something. But what if it wasn't a ghost, you know? And it's the same with pretty much anything. Like, it depends on the mood. If I've just watched a horror movie and I'm going up to bed and I'm going up the stairs in the dark, suddenly I feel this uncomfortable feeling that there's a demon behind me. And I would swear in that moment that there's something evil behind me, because I feel it. But then I'm alive every day. Like, nothing ever happens to me. I would believe that demons are real if one actually reached out and grabbed my ankles with its big fiery red hand. I don't know. Like, I feel like I need to see things to believe it. But with religion, especially lately, I feel like the world really has gone to shit, and I guess I've been really depressed. I think everybody is. And people are handling things in their own way. And for me, I guess I've just been kind of, I don't know, I've been seeing signs, I guess. If this is going to make me sound like a totally crazy person, but I've been seeing a lot of signs, and it's just like, it always points back to God, or like, God loves you, and I don't know, I guess about like, if you follow the path of God, it will fix you. Because I've always told you guys, like, I'm feeling very lost. I feel like I'm confused. I don't know what I'm doing in this life. Sometimes I don't even want to be here anymore. Like, it gets pretty bad. I watched a TikTok recently, and it actually made me cry. Like, there's a couple of TikToks that I've watched, and they've both been on the topic of God and loving us. And it's literally made me cry. Like, I'm not a religious person, like I said. I've watched them and I've cried, and I literally commented on one of them saying, like, I just cried watching this. And I got a bunch of people, like, these really kind people were just like replying to me saying, like, that's God, like, what you felt, it's God touching you and stuff like that. You see, this is the problem. I have a very weird mindset. And so me saying that right then, you guys know exactly what I was thinking as I said it. That's the kind of person I am. I've never really been one to take things too seriously. I find jokes, I find things funny when it comes to like, oh, I slipped up there. Like saying God touched me. Like typically I would start laughing at that. And I already am. But like what I'm trying to say is I don't think I could take myself seriously as a devout Christian. Like, I don't think I could take myself seriously. Do I like to believe that there is a God? Yeah, I do. I would love to believe that there is a God and there is a reason for all of this and there is a creator and this isn't all just for nothing. It isn't all just by accident that we're all here on this cell that is the earth, because the universe is so vast and endless. Like we can't even wrap our tiny little human brains around it. I don't know, I guess it's kind of scary. I've always been more of a science believer. I will believe science more so than anything else, because I guess even science isn't technically fact. It's just theory, but it makes sense. That's why they call it fact, because it's like what appears to be the only answer. So it's, well, that's it then. That's the answer. It's fact. And I guess a lot of that is true, but there's also like, even scientists, there's some scientists that do believe in God. Like they find it impossible to believe that there is no creator, you know, and that's what kind of confuses me. And I do listen to a lot of other people on like their religious beliefs. Some people are atheist. I wouldn't say I'm atheist. I would say I'm more just a skeptic. Like I want to believe. I want to be a good Christian, but I find it hard to believe. And I'm also full of sin. Like I live sin every day and it's bad. But I'm also like, I do worry about like going to hell. I worry about getting punished. I worry about judgment day. I try to be good. I try to do things right. I try to be a good person. And I know I'm just I'm ridden in sin from other things that I think are less, bad. But we all do it. And I guess it's very hard to live a life of no sin though, because like we're all sinners. And I guess that's why Jesus died for us. I guess it doesn't really make sense to me, but I've been just finding a little bit of peace lately in looking into religion, and it's been making me feel better. And I don't know, I mean, I'm never gonna change, don't worry. I'm not gonna become like a crazy Christian Bible worshiper, but I am definitely finding comfort in things that I never used to really take too seriously. It's just, I guess I'm just so tired of the way the world is, and it's like, if there ever really was a God, like, we need him now more than ever. Like, I need him. I need help. Like, I don't know who else to turn to. And you start thinking, like, maybe God's got a reason for this. Maybe there is a reason. Maybe I'm not crazy. I don't even think this video makes any sense, but this is what's been on my mind lately. I'm always gonna like the stuff that I like. I don't know if it's a sin or not to like this stuff. I've always been fascinated by dark things, like dark movies, horror movies, demons. And that will always be me. That's never gonna change. But at the same time, I do love, and I feel love, and I crave for love. And in a world where there is like not much of that going around, like we all hate each other, I feel like I'm just kind of like hoping, in a way, I hope that there is a God and that he is all this all righteous, like forgiving, loving being. And I guess that's the way I would depict God if I could imagine him. From what I've learned is that he's all forgiving, all righteous, like loves us unconditionally. And that's just the way I would imagine him to be. I don't know if he would approve of everything that's going on in the world right now. That's why I'm kind of like wanting to be on the good side of things, so when shit hits the fan, like I know I'm going to heaven. Which is like, I guess, a broad assumption. I just don't think I've done anything worthy of going to hell for, realistically. That's my opinion. But it does frighten me. It does worry me. Like, when I die, what if there is something else? Like, I don't know. You don't know. There isn't. Like, people who are like, no, there's no such thing as God. Well, you don't know that, though. Just the same way I don't know there is a God. And that's why I would never say to somebody there is or there isn't a God. I guess I'm just waiting to see, but just by chance that he is real, I want to do things right. I want to be a good person. Not just because of God, but that's just me anyway. Like, I want to be a good person. I do think I have the potential to be a bad person. I could really be bad. I know the thoughts that I have in my head sometimes, and I know it's not good. I would never act on these things, not only because I don't want to go to jail, but I'm literally not wanting to go to hell. I don't know. It's kind of crazy to think about. I guess what I've been seeing lately is, like, I literally saw, like, a poster, something about God loves you, and something else, like, it will be a TikTok that was like, you're here for a reason, you're watching this for a reason, and all of these things were happening more and more and more often, that it started to make me think, like, this is a little weird. And then I literally found something just the other day, and it was like, you're on the right path, or something like that, and then it was like God, or like a verse from the Bible, like it had like the name and the page, and I'm like, this is kind of crazy. But it's kind of weird because a few weeks back, me and my friend were actually talking about going to a church service together one day, just to like see how it would feel, because it's been a long time since I've attended church. But yeah, I guess I kind of want to do it just to see how it would feel, and if it will make me feel better in myself. I don't know. I guess I'm more open-minded to it and like taking an interest in it than I've ever really done before. Every now and then I go through phases of like finding an interest in something and then becoming more and more like wanting to know more about it. Same with ghosts. Like, sometimes I could go through phases where I literally don't care about them, but then I go through phases where I really want to dig deep and like get answers. And I guess I'm kind of going through that phase at the moment with religion, though. Let me know in the comment section, do you guys believe in God? Yeah, I'm pretty curious to hear what you guys have to say. Do you believe in God? What is your faith? What is your beliefs? What do you think happens to us after we die? And yeah, I'm curious to hear what you guys say, and that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, and chase your dreams.